the Sterling Heights Public Library. My name is Brent, and today, well, it's winter. It's time for some nice warm soup. So today we're going to be making split pea soup. So pretty simple ingredient list. We are going to start with a nice ham bone here. This has still got some meat on it. We're going to use this to make stock out of. Perfect use for after your holiday, if you had ham for the holiday. I've got some carrots here, got some celery, some onion, bag of green split peas. Seasonings are real simple today. We've got a little salt and pepper, a little dried thyme, a little parsley, and a bay leaf. So step one is going to be making the stock. So I've got a nice size stock pot here. We're going to take our ham bone, put that right in there. We're going to put the thyme, the pepper, the bay leaf, and the parsley right in with the ham bone. We're going to take this over to the sink and just cover it with water. We're going to bring it to a boil on the stove and then reduce it to a simmer. We're going to need to simmer this for probably about 2 hours to get the stock going and get the meat off the bone. So while you've got the ham in the water and get your stock going, go ahead and soak the peas. Just pour them into a bowl and cover them with some cold water and let them sit for, a couple, 3 hours. And this is also a good time to prep your vegetables. So just dice your celery and your onion and carrots so that you've got them ready to go when you're all done. You don't have to soak the peas, but this actually can save you a little bit of time because they cook a lot faster once they've been pre-soaked. So I got it set up over here. I got a large bowl in my sink. I got a strainer. Colander will work just fine. Got a plate here. I'm going to reach in and grab that ham bone. We're going to set this aside to cool for a little bit because we need to get the meat off of that. While we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and strain this stock. Again, make sure you got a bowl under this to catch it. There's our strainer. Set this over here for right now. Now, the stock can go right back in the pot. And then we're going to take those peas from earlier and we're going to drain those. So I'll go ahead and knock that strainer out for a second. You can see how much they've expanded since we put them in there. Just want to get excess water out of there. And those are going to go right into the stock. We're going to take our vegetables. So we've got the onions and the carrots and the celery in here, which we diced up while the stock was cooking. So we can put those right in there. And then we're going to take this, get it back on the stove, back on low heat, and just bring it back up to a simmer until those vegetables are tender. So once that ham bone's cool enough to handle, you can go ahead and pick the meat off the bone. Go ahead and discard any fat and cartilage and bone, and then whatever meat you got left. A lot of it's going to already be in kind of small pieces, but just go ahead and give it a chop to get it down to bite size or a little smaller. Doesn't have to be real uniform. And then you can add this right back into your soup. Doesn't really matter whether you do it early or shortly before serving because most of the flavor is already worked into the soup. At this point, it's all fully cooked and everything, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this back in the bowl, go put it in the soup, and wait for it to finish cooking. Okay, so Our soup's been going for a little while, probably about 45 minutes since we added the peas back into it and brought it back up to a simmer. So you can see that the peas are breaking down nice. They've softened up good. The vegetables have softened. We added the ham back in. We're going to take a quick taste, make sure that we've got our salt right. That's just about right. If you do need to add salt to this, wait till towards the end to do it and then adjust it from there. Keep in mind you're using a ham base here, which starts out a little on the salty side. Depending on how salty your ham is and how much of it you've got in there, it can be a little bit too much if you go crazy with the salt. One way to fix that, if you've got too much salt in there, dice up a potato and add it in and give that another 15-20 minutes to cook until the potato's cooked. That will settle your salt down quite a bit. So you got yourself a nice bowl of nice hot hearty soup there. Nice piece of bread to go along with it. Talk about a good winter meal.